Hello everyone, this is the East Coast Economic Update Homestead Edition for July the 10th, 2009. The reason why I couldn't remember the date is because I've spent 3 days by myself with my wife in paradise, and I can't remember what day it is, but I know it's Friday, and I have to make this video before sundown, but I wanted to touch base with you. Some issues that I wanted to share with you, what's going on with me, what I'm doing since the last video I did. We snuck up here after our friends were here for the 4th of July weekend. I was able to get away for a couple of days because it's quiet right now at the store because it's July and it's that time between end of school and the start of the fall season, which is going to be in another 2 weeks. So it's quiet enough that I could have gotten away for 3 days. So enough of that. Some issues I've been following. Obviously, I think it was AW 3212 about 2 weeks ago asked me, what's going on. The treasuries are dropping. Maybe my theory's off. Well, it's a theory, but apparently that rally was short-lived. Of course, everything I'm going to speak about today is going to be. Is it over here or is it over here? See, I'm telling you, I'm too relaxed. It's over here. Basically, the treasuries are rising again, and the yields are dropping or rising. Anyway, it's going up, and the problem is that now we have India involved in asking for a world currency. It is going to be the IMF, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, like I continue to say, don't listen to what they're saying, watch what they're doing. I mean, after 60 years of the bonds not being offered by the IMF ever, and they have a gold, they're the only ones with a gold reserve. Thank you, Margarita. Refreshing. It's the first 80-degree day we've had here, and now it's 85. They're the only ones with a gold reserve, a large enough gold reserve to basically bail out the world, pretty much. And they're now offering bonds. One thing I would like to point out to you that whenever a government or any entity starts to offer bonds, they usually use it for military purposes. So I think this is a theory completely, and as a guess, watch and see if the UN actually has a standing army shortly. Don't forget the IMF is the arm of the UN. Some other things, we got up here to make sure that everything is squared away. We're buying more canned foods. Just to shore it up, make sure we have at least 3 to 6 months. It's always good to have, regardless if there's, an economic collapse or you get trapped in a 6-foot snowstorm like we did in February. It's always good to have food stored here for a long enough time that you can live fairly quietly. Solar panels are doing great. Solar Steve, you asked me a question about a few things about the Outback system. It was Solar Steve, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, that showed me the Outback system, and I was agog. And then this company, what's the name of the company, Margarita?
What?
The solar company.
Northeast Mountain Solar.
Yeah, John Oshker's. Yeah, Northeast Mountain Solar. Great guy, John Oshker, put in our system, and it's fabulous. It's working 1,000 times better than our old system. And I thought our old system was awesome. So, that if you guys are upstate and talk to this company, they're pretty. It's two guys and they do an excellent job. But Solar Steve, I'm going to respond to your question, your comment of the Homestead solar system video. So I apologize for the lack of response because I didn't have the answer, and I still don't. And I'm going to ask John Oshker. So in other words, what we're doing now is we're stored up with food. We're stored up with wood. We have running water. We're going to we think that there was some damage, or we're pretty sure there was some damage to the water pump when the lightning strike hit. So they're going to investigate that, and hopefully that will resolve our hot water issue. So my other video, which is the proposal video, I want to have the woodlands cleared there because, and I'm going to, of course, set everything up here to let you see what I'm thinking about. I want to put a yurt, make it a utilitarian sanctuary for prayer meditation, primarily for services, both Jewish and non-sectarian. just so people have a place to meditate and pray. And we're going to also set up, we saw this in Country Living magazine, a 40, almost 5,000 square foot vegetable garden that was completely doable. Sorry, I'm sweating like a proverbial.
And there's a health food store.
And there's a health food store just opened up by us, so it's a sign that it's almost time for us to move up, with or without the economic collapse. So we want to have some peach trees, some pear trees, and some apple trees for fruit. We're going to plant berry trees and everything. And I want to have that all framed out by spring, right before Passover 2010. So we have a standing garden. So the quicker we can get those woods cleared, the better. I guess this is sort of an update as well. But yeah, it's just been fantastic, you know. You can't beat this place. I don't know why people even live in it. I mean, I'm sweating, but it's cool and the breeze is coming, and at night it drops to 58. I mean...
Well, we just power walked up the hill.
Yeah, we just power walked also, so I was sweating, and that was part of the earlier videos. So I guess this is more or less just a warning, folks. You know, I think the IMF is setting something up. I know it is. They don't, you know, you don't give out bonds without a plan. And so, you know, my last video I said, you know, we should try to get together, and I think that the better bet is not being more or less a militia per se, but to develop and to not play this, not to do the system. You know, become independent. We have the skills, and they're very basic skills, to frame in a garden, and we're going to have a garden, and we're going to grow vegetables. And so far, most of our expansions have either been covered by the grace of Almighty God through insurance because of the lightning strike, or if you do it yourself, it's fairly cheap, and you can, if you can save up $1,000 or $2,000 a year every year, you can, for the price of a halfway decent sofa and love seat set, you can feed yourself year round, and that's what we're aiming for next. So that's pretty much it from you know, the John and Margarita cabin here in beautiful upstate New York, Adirondacks. Camp what?
Camp Helene.
Camp Helene. We named the homestead Camp Helene after my grandmother. If you don't know why, watch my video. Mein Gott ist auf dem Tisch, and you'll see why. So it's Camp Helene officially. My wife has spoken. So anyway, that's the deal. I'll get back to the regular reports, and I'm going to enjoy Shabbos for a change. Shabbat Shalom. Peace.